I wanted to deal with the basic strategies for newbies. I've been uploading a lot of videos, and sometimes I also have to revisit old videos. Most people don't go through it, so sometimes I have to update it. So it's probably going to be a lengthy video, but bear with me. It's just going to be just basic overview of Market Cipher. Let's learn Market Cipher from a different angle. Market Cipher is basically a script, a trading script, and it helps traders have an insight and or an overview pertaining to the very direction of analysis. So Market Cipher is your script that I would probably recommend. So before we start, I just wanted to highlight certain key elements of Market Cipher. Market Cipher is basically made up of two structures. You have the structure A. These are the structure A. These are made up of what we call the road signs or indicators. Basically, road signs or indicators. Signs. Road signs. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Or indicators. So these are just your road signs. Road signs. Road signs. Road signs. Road signs. And they are just basically another way of me referring to the indicators or road signs. And we have the structure B, which is also made up of what I call oscillators or Google maps. So oscillators or your Google maps. The reason why I call them Google maps is because they oscillate or they move. So the reason why I'm saying they move is you could see that we have different levels of oscillators here. We have blue, we have green, and we have yellow. We also have RSIs as well, and all of them are movements. They are moving, moving, moving. You could realize that this one is also moving. These oscillators are also moving. The blue one moving. Then we have the green one. They are also moving. The movement of these oscillators that I'm talking about, they move in accordance with time. When I say they move in accordance with time, let me just reframe. Let's say if I'm using a 4-hour time frame, or if I'm looking at a 4-hour time frame, it means for every 4 hour you could see that your oscillator will move. So let's say for a given oscillator, it moves every 4 hours. So one, then another 4 hour, it moves as well. So it's like trading now becomes direction. If you see your oscillators moving downwards, especially your momentum or your money flow, it means price is also going down. And as you can see, if your oscillators are going upwards, then money flow is also going up or is in a positive, price is also going up. So what if you have multiple of them all going up or in a positive? It means price goes up. Let me move the drawings and let's repeat what I said again now. With Market Cipher A, we have what we call indicators. All right, indicators. These are just indicators. Indicators. They don't move. They are static. That's why I call them road signs. Static because they basically road signs don't move. Road signs tells you they are cautionary. Road signs are more or less like if you are traveling and you see, let's say, 10 kilometers up ahead. 10 kilometers up ahead. This is static. It means it's 10 kilometers up ahead. It's never going to change. Never will it, it never has it because it's 10 kilometers up ahead. But what if I have an alternative? Let's say I have a Google map, right? My Google map now gives me options, right? It gives me options. What are the options that I can get from a Google map? First of all, it's not static. It's dynamic. It changes in accordance with time. In other words, if my Google map says there is an upcoming traffic, there is a real-time data that is telling me of an upcoming traffic, so I have to navigate using another route, right? So there are options. So the options in trading are your oscillators that I'm talking about. Like it gives you enough decision-making algorithms. When I say enough decision-making algorithms, in other words, like anytime you are trading, you do have to realize that price is moving up and down, right? So let's say what looks like an up might not be an up. You understand? What looks like the price is going upwards ultimately is not an uptrend, right? and what it looks like is going down is probably not a downtrend. It could be a fake downtrend. So it's like market cipher gives you enough data with your oscillators or your Google Maps. Your Google Maps gives you enough data so that you don't just stick to 10 kilometers up ahead. Well, it could be at 10 kilometers up ahead, but maybe there's an upcoming traffic. So you understand? So it's like you need enough data to trade. When I say you need enough data, you need enough decision making algorithms to base your probable decisions out of it, or probable, yeah, of course, decisions out of it, because you just can't literally base your entire trading decisions on just 10 kilometers up ahead. That's not enough. 10 kilometers could be like 10 kilometers on a bad road, 10 kilometers on a good road. What are the options? We need options. So think about trading like I need options. I need enough options. I need enough options. And don't stick to let's say one decision making like your row sign. You don't need it to stick to just row size to base your entire decision. Like you need enough data. So when I talk about time frames, or sorry, when I talk about trading in accordance with time, I mean that your oscillators are moving in accordance with real time. Real time means what is happening in the real market at this given point in time. You understand? So the oscillators are now moving in accordance with time. So among the oscillators, we have what we call the momentum, which is again, momentum is something that we already know in trading. Then we have money, which is liquidity. So we have territories of trading. We have the positive regions and we have the negative regions. The positive literally highlights your buying decisions or buying zones, right? And your negative also highlights your selling decision zones, right? Your selling decision zones. So it's like we buy when it's in the positive and we sell when it's in the negative. So it's like when you have your liquid in a positive, you're obviously buying, right? You are longing. When liquid probably enters the negative, you are selling, right? So you are selling over here, you're selling over here, you're selling over here. So we've seen the movement because our liquid is moving, like it moved from this side to that side. So what I'm saying is market cipher gives you enough decision making oscillators, like it gives you, or decision making algorithms, because it gives you more room to decide where price is heading towards. You can see if I just basically entered a long on, let's say, this green dot, it will probably have meant that the price was going up. But what if I stayed in that long for a while and realized there was probably a downtrend here? You understand? So what I'm saying is, when you're trading, you need so much decisions and you need so much data. So market cipher B gives you enough data. So let's see what happened here. You could realize that money was entering into the negative, right? Entering into the negative here, entering into the negative. Money was entering into the negative here, entering into the negative here. And you realize that momentum was also entering into the negative here. What happened to price? So let me repeat that again. Money was entering into the negative here. Momentum was also entering into negative here. RSI was also entering into probably coming down here, right? So it means price fell hugely. Price fell hugely. So you could have probably shot from this side because money was hesitant. Money was hesitant. Money was hesitant. Momentum was coming down. So it's like anything that goes down means price is also heading down, right? You understand? So this is basically how market cipher reacts. Like it moves in accordance with time. Uptrend, downtrend, consolidate. Uptrend, downtrend, consolidate. Uptrend, downtrend, consolidate. Uptrend, downtrend, consolidate. So this is just basically a basic overview of market cipher. And this is just a beginner's video for newbies. I can see people are now subscribing, and I just wanted to make it simple. So until then, have a nice time, people.